Hello everybody, John Boy from Wild Bushcraft, field and steel knives. Let's go. The Jackrabbit. It is a folding, non-locking blade, which makes it, in the UK, perfectly legal. It is, it folds and it doesn't lock. So in the UK, in merry old England, we need knives which are less than 3 inches and that don't lock. There's probably people in America going, oh, what? You can't carry a fixed blade knife? No, we can't, because people tend to put them in other people and it all goes a bit wrong. So that's what we're allowed to carry for no reason whatsoever. And that is my everyday sort of knife. It opens my Amazon boxes and it cuts my strings. And generally is the knife I just have in my pocket, kicking around. And I absolutely love it. It's the knife that I use the most. Even when I'm in the woods, cutting a bit of paracord or cutting a bit of twine or, you know, or opening some bagged food or rations or something like that. It's the knife that's just like in my pocket. Jobs of fish, in, out, done. It's really, really nice. It's made out of a steel called AEBL, which is a stainless steel. It's razor sharp, razor sharp. It has a rounded spine, which is no good for obviously firing off ferrocerium rods or fire sticks or whatever you want to call them. The handle material is something called G10, and it's a non-porous magic plastic. Hardware in, it's something that some of the military stuff is made out of. I'm not really a handle knife nerd. I just know it's non-porous, which is great because things like mud and sweat and dirt and blood doesn't seep into the handle. So it's nice and easy to clean. And I have gotten inherently sort of lazy when it comes to looking after tools. So to stuff that I know is reliable and mega easy to maintain is a win for me. Absolute win. So yeah, the Jackrabbit, I love it. I love it. It's so good. It is so good. It comes with a little Kydex sheath which clips in here like so. Pop. And now I've put a little lanyard on it so it's easier to get out of my pocket. But yeah, man, that is a Jackrabbit. It's my everyday knife and I really like it. In fact, don't tell Steve, but I love it. It's really nice. Next up, the Garcia. Now the Garcia is a sort of a mid-range bushcraft knife type thing. It's really nice again. Now it's tapered handle, so it's thicker there than it is down here, which sits in the palm lovely. It's really comfortable. What do you use this for? Well, I use this for preparing animals. So I use this. This is my game prep knife. Again, made out of the AEBL stainless steel with the G10 handle. Really simple to look after. Really simple to maintain. It's came razor sharp and it has the 90-degree spine on there so you can fire off those ferrocerium rods to light your fires. I also use this to do a bit of intricate carving work when I'm sat around the campfire and I don't have all my sort of plethora of, what's a nice word? Plethora of carving tools, knives and crook knives and spoon knives and hook knives and all that sort of stuff. Here's a quiz. Difference between a crook knife and a hook knife. Leave it in the comments below. I learned something the other day. It does the majority of the donkey work when it comes to simple carving and game prep. And it's your sort of like middle of the range size. Yeah, just over 3 inches, fixed blade. Lovely little sheath. And they all pop. The thing about Kydex is that I moved away from leather and wood predominantly because leather sheaths, I'd put the knife in, a leather sheath would sort of like stretch when it got wet, and I was in and out of canoes, and then it's the UK, so it rains every 5 minutes, and then everything would get soaked, and then I'd forget the knife, and it would stay in there in the sheath, and it would then the knife would go rusty, and then I'd be frustrated, and then I'd be like, you need to look after your tools better, and then and Steve came along and went, you know, I can make you a knife which doesn't need a lot of maintenance, and I was like, sold, do it, go for it. So yeah, so that's how we sort of came about. The Garcia, lovely. Time for the big boys now. This is the Wild Way Bushcraft instructor's knife that Steve and I designed. Now I love this knife. This is actually made of 01 tool steel. This is a carbon steel knife, so it does rust, or it does taint, and it requires a little bit of maintenance. It's 4 inches, it's 3mm thick. I went for the 3mm because I wanted to do more craft with my knife as opposed to just battening stuff and going hell for leather on things, and I wanted to do some carving. I wanted to be able to rough out blanks and spoons and rough out stuff in the woods, and then, you know, put it in my bag, and when it's seasoned, then I could come back and get my proper carving kit on it and finish it off lovely and, you know, nice, sat by the fire relaxing. So that's why I wanted 3mm. Again, full tang, G10, really, really nice. This is the workhorse, man. This is the thing that sits on my belt. It sits on my belt quite happily, and I use it all the time when I'm teaching. It's just a beast. I mean, Steve produces some absolutely amazing, amazing tools. Really, really, they're so nice and refined with modern materials, and I think that's what I like about it, is that we're utilizing modern materials, but we're still getting a traditional tool. Last up is this. This is special. This is the Ember, the Field and Steel Ember, and you'd be like, what is that? That is a weird old shape. And I tell you what, it is a weird old shape, but it's designed for one thing, and that's campfire cooking. It is absolutely lovely. It is a feat of engineering that Steve and a few other people put together for the purposes of campfire cooking. It's robust enough that it can batten wood to prepare for your kindling, or you need some quick sticks, like quick, 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 wash, wash, wash. It slices food, lovely. It's got this little hook there. That is a little hook to hook onto billy cans, bail arms and stuff like that, to move it from the fire, or moving your pots about, you know. Oh, boiling over there, got to move that one, put that one on, dush, dush, dush. It's got this little choil or section here, there, and that is sharp enough to fire a ferro rod to get your fire going in the first place, but also a lovely little divot to move your big heavy cast iron, your big pots full of, you know, Petromax style stuff. Again, G10, so food prep knife, ABL, AEBL, Steve will pick me up on that. Yeah, they're really, 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 really nice. Again, Kydex sheath. Now, I think that's a feat of engineering. I think Steve Armstrong, Joe Price, Ida Holson, and Beth Armstrong all designed that. So shout massive props to those, because they are, that is a beast. It's all good, isn't it? Now, I bought all these knives myself because Steve is a Yorkshireman and is tighter than a duck's arse. So he didn't give me them for free, all right, unfortunately. There's certainly some of the best tools out there. They're even over in the States. They're great, and I would have absolutely no hesitation in recommending any of his stuff to you guys out there. And if you look at some of my other reviews, that's not always the case. All right, so there you go, guys. 4 knives, Jackrabbit, Garcia, Wild Way instructor's knife, and the Ember. If you want the Ember, the Garcia, or the Jackrabbit, link down to Steve. If you want the Huawei bushcrafting knife, there's a link down to the website where you can get it. But overall, guys, stay safe, get out there, enjoy the woods. Bye for now.